Hello, people. Good morning. Good afternoon. I'm sorry. I'm thinking in the morning. So, how are you? Good afternoon there. Are you ready for today's lesson? I think you are. So, as usual, please comment if you can hear me. I have here the chat so I can read you. Okay, let's see. Aha, you have you were already writing something. Um, Rolitas, Tami, Rubén, Leonardo, Janina, eh, Melanie, Venus, Venus, Diana, Eva, Reina, Joseph, Nestora, Esther, perfect, Luisana, Tami, Nestora, Esther, Leonardo. Ajá. Okay, the grading, we can talk about the grading at the end of the lesson, few minutes before we finish, but well, it's similar to that. As you are saying, Leonardo, the grading is similar to that because you have to grade a paragraph, a text, right? It's not a dialogue. Be careful in that part. It's not a conversation similar to the example in Unit 2. That is not the case. Here you have to write a paragraph. Actually, just a paragraph about 8 or 7 lines. Perfect. Hello everyone. Okay, I think we are ready to start. So as usual, please remember that you need your virtual book, maybe your some paper if you want to take some notes, pen, pencils, as usual, right? Highlighters, markers, glitter, everything you need. Okay, so people, today we're going to start with Unit 3, right? And this session is for Unit 3. So we're going to start with the student's book. I suppose you have already seen it, but let's see. In this unit, we have 3 parts. The first one is distance and measurements, questions with how. In the second part, places, we are going to learn new vocabulary, or maybe you've already know them, but maybe you want to practice their pronunciation. And in the third part, you have an article, how to write an article, okay? And there you have one example, Jeju Island, okay? That is the name of the island. Hello, Genio, Luis Alberto, Nick, how are you? Perfect. So, let's start with the first part, right? Distance and measurements. Questions with how. First, you have this conversation. This is a conversation because you have 2 names, Scott and Betty. They are talking about Peru, about not actually. They are talking about another country in another continent, not even here in America. So they are talking about another country. Let's see what is the country, what is the continent they are talking about. So in this part, please remember to focus in the pronunciation and in new vocabulary that maybe you can find. Okay, let's listen.
3.1 Listen and practice. I'm going to Australia next year. Aren't you from Australia, Betty?
Actually, I'm from New Zealand.
Oh, I didn't know that. So, what's it like there?
Oh, it's beautiful. There are lots of farms and it's very mountainous.
Really? How high are the mountains?
Well, the highest one is Mount Cook. It's about 3,800 meters high.
Wow! How far is New Zealand from Australia?
Well, I live in Auckland, 2,000 kilometers from Sydney.
Maybe I should visit you next year, too.
Okay. Is that okay, people? Any questions about vocabulary, pronunciation? Do you want me to repeat the conversation one more time? So remember, you can write no questions. Miss Villar, can you repeat, please, the conversation? Tell me. Is that okay? About vocabulary. Maybe you want me to repeat more time? Yeah, someone said yes, but yes, what? Yes, everything is okay. Yes, please repeat one more time. Yes, I love chocolate. Yes, what? It's okay. So Rolita said it's okay. What about the rest? Is everything okay? Maybe you want to listen to the conversation one more time. Hi, is perfect. So let's think in a mountain. This is a mountain, and you want to know the distance between the floor, the lowest part of the mountain, to the highest, to the top, from the lowest part to the top. So high is the distance from the floor to the top. What else? It's okay, Melanie. Ruben, high is the same word, high. Um, when you talk about people, maybe you say, how tall is she? So how tall, right? What is the distance in of that person from the floor to the top, maybe to his head? Okay, from his feet to his head. But when we talk about, for example, mountains, is the mountain. Well, that is a high mountain. Do you remember adjectives? People, that is from basic one or basic start, I think. High. What else? Hanik, the study zone is for you to practice, remember. Okay. So I think no question. Let's listen it one more time just in case to focus in some pronunciation. Okay? I'm sorry.
3.1 Listen and practice. I'm going to Australia next year. Aren't you from Australia, Betty?
Actually, I'm New Zealand.
Oh, I didn't know that. So, what's it like there?
Oh, it's beautiful. There are lots of farms and it's very mountainous.
Really? How high are the mountains?
Well, the highest one is Mount Cook. It's about 3,800 meters.
Wow! So, how far is New Zealand from Australia?
Well, Auckland. And it's about 2,000 kilometers from Sydney.
Maybe I should visit you next year, too.
Okay, perfect. Here I have more questions. Measurements. So distance is similar to the word in Spanish, right? Distance, distancia. Measurements is like medidas. Okay, so measurements, medidas. What else? Any other question? The difference between high and highest. Well, that is so. Do you remember comparative and superlatives? When you compare two things, you say this is higher than the other. And when you compare four more objects, in that case, you use highest because this is the highest, el más alto. Okay? Perfect. The difference, Janina, good question. Okay, so people, I think if you don't have questions, I have questions for you. In this dialogue, you can find some questions. So I would like you to recognize, because I think you know this, the difference between WH questions and yes/no questions. Oh, Miss Villar, that is so easy. Let's see. Look, this is the first question, right? Aren't you from Australia, Betty? The conversation is started by Scott, and he says, I'm going to Australia. He's going to travel there, right? Next year. Oh, Betty, aren't you from Australia? So, people, is that a yes no question or a W question? Yes no question or WH question? Just to remember, a yes no question is a question that you answer with yes or no. Are you a teacher? Yes, I am. Or no, I'm not. A student. Or do you like ice cream? Yes, I do. No, I don't. And a WH question is that question where when you answer with extra information, right? You give more information. You give an explanation, maybe. Exactly. It's a yes/no question. That is the let me see. Yes, no question, yes, no question. Exactly. So the first question is a yes, no question. Aren't you from New Zealand? Yes, I am. No, I'm not. And Betty says, actually, I am from New Zealand, right? Amazing question. That is simple, right? A yes, no question, it has name because you answer it with yes or no. And the WH question has that name because it starts with a WH word. What, when, how many, okay? In this case, it's a yes no question. Very good. There we another question. What's it like there? What's it like there? So Scott continues the conversation saying, oh, I didn't know that. I didn't know that you are from New Zealand. So what's it like there? What does it look like? Right? Is that a yes no question or a WH question? What does it look like? How does it look? How does it like there? Let me see. Yes, that is a WH question. Why? Because it starts with a WH word. What is the WH word? Yes, no question. Perfect. And the answer is, oh, it's beautiful. There are lots of farms and it's very mountainous. What is mountainous? That you can find a lot of mountains, right? When, for example, here in Peru, we have this is a country because you can find a lot of mountains, right? Perfect. Carlos, any problem? Tell me. Let's move on to the other one. How high? How high are the mountains? Scott, really high are the mountains? How high? ¿Cuán altos? How high are the mountains? And Betty answers, well, the highest one is Mount Cook. It's about, approximately, it's about 3,800 meters high. Whoa, it's so high. So that is a WH question or yes? Rolita says, WH question. Leslie, no, that is a yes no question. Let's see. How high? How high are the mountains? How? Be careful there. Yes, Tracy, it's a WH question. Perfect. Good job. Very good, Helen. Reina, excellent job. It's a WH question. Very good. Then we have another question, the last one. Whoa! So, far is New Zealand from Australia? How far is New Zealand from Australia? So, Scott knows that New Zealand is in a different place than Australia. So, he wants to know how far is this to the other one. What is the distance between these two places? What is the distance? How far, no near, how far is New Zealand from Australia? What is the distance? And that is a yes, no, WH question again. WH question. Perfect. And Betty answers, well, I live in. That is about approximately 2,000 kilometers from Sydney. And Scott ends the conversation saying, maybe I should visit you next year too. Maybe, who knows? Okay, so here we have 4 questions, right? The first one is a yes no question, and the others 3 are WH. Why? Because they start with a WH word. Okay, and the answers, in the answers, Betty give extra information. Perfect. Any question until there? Let's see. WH question. Simple. Very good. So now we can continue with the next part. Look. How, who, what, where, how, why, when. People, what are these? These are special words. What kind of words are they? What kind of words are they? They have a special name, actually. Do you know it? WH questions, well, you use them to build WH questions, yes, but they have another special name. No clues? I'm going to help you. WH words. WH words. Okay? Of course, you use them to build WH questions, but they are WH words. Perfect. Yes, Joshua, you can ask for information, for extra information with these WH words. Perfect. Of course, now we're going to focus in how. And look, how. Even mixed how with many different words. Okay, some examples. Are there more? Of course. But this is just for you to know some of them. Look, how. How often, how far, how much, how many, how fast, how old, how well, how long. Perfect. So here you have some options that you can use to connect with the word, with the WH word, how. Good question, Curly. Miss Villar, why how is considered as a WH word? It doesn't start with WH. Look, who? WH. What? WH. Where? WH. When and why too. But what about how? It starts with a H. H-O-W. Well, we're here because the function is similar to those the WH words. And actually, it also has a WH letters. Look, the HOW. WH. Well, an O, yes, and in different order, yes. But it has a W and it has an H. So that's why it's considered as a WH word too. And because the function is like similar to other ones. Good question, beautiful. Uh, Rolitas, can you repeat your question? Alexandra, what is your question, Alexandra? Tell me. You can write it, okay? For example, how often? For how often you're about the frequency that something is done, right? How often you do an action. How often you have here one example. How often do you play computer games? What is the frequency of that action? How often do you play computer games? Okay? The other one. Far. No near. Far. How far is it from your house to school? So here is the school. Here is the house. How far is your house to the school? What is the distance between these two places? How far? Okay. How near? No, how far? How far are to the other one, from the other one? The next, how much? How much did you pay for your shoes? Actually, in the majority of the cases, you use much when you talk about money. Okay? So, what are there another when you can use the much with how? Yes, of course. Remember, for uncountable things, for uncountable nouns. Okay? How much? How much did you pay for your shoes? I love them. I want to buy them. How much did you pay for them? How many? How many books did you read every year? Maybe at school or at the university, they ask you to read some books. So, how many books do you read in a year? I use many because books are, right? Countable nouns. Countable nouns. So how many? Remember, much for uncountable nouns, many for countable nouns, right? Let's move on, and it says how fast. How fast can your car go? How fast can your car go? How fast can you run? How fast can you read? How fast can you do something? How fast can the cheetah run? Right? The cheetah, the one of the most fast animals in the world. Very good, Janina. How many brothers do you have? An example. Very good, Janina. How many brothers? Many. Of course, brothers are countable. 1, 2, 3 brothers. Very good, lady. How old? How old is your father? So you are asking about the years, right? Uh, yeah, in Spanish we have the years, right? ¿Cuántos años tienes? But in English, no, you don't have the years. You are this quantity of years old. How old is your father? Oh, well, he is 50 years old, 43 years old. He is. Or, how old are you? How many years do you have? No, 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 no. How many years? No, right? How old? How old do you? How old are you? How old are you? How old is your sister? Very good, Diana. Very good, Annalie. How beautiful is this city? How beautiful is your hometown? So you can, as you can notice, we can change words, right? Excellent. Joshua, what is the topic or what is the thing that you don't understand? Because I think that your friends are understanding. Tell me, champion, what you didn't understand. Nick, how old is your brother? Answer and the question mark. Excellent, excellent. How fast does, okay, is he, oh, how fast is he running? Perfect. Right now, at the moment, how fast is he running? Look, excellent. How old is your uncle? Very good, Ruben. Champion, don't forget the question mark, okay? Let's continue here with examples. How well. Remember, that is an adverb from the previous. How well can you play football? So, do you want to play with us? Okay. First, you have to answer one question. How well can you play football? In that situation, we can use how well. How old is your sister? What else? How well can you play baseball? Excellent, Melanie. How well can you play football? How well can you play basketball? Very good, Nick. Good examples, people. You are using how correctly. Very excellent job. Learning, how well can you play volleyball? Remember, volleyball, double L, V-O, double L-O-Y, and you continue. How much do you know? Okay, or maybe, Genia, you can say like, how many dishes can you cook? How many dishes can you cook? That could be a question related to that. Diana, how well can you cook ceviche? Perfect. How well you study English? Or how well can you speak English? How well can you write English? Or how often do you study English using your example? Beautiful. What else? How well can you play volleyball? Volleyball, double Nestora, double L. What else? How well can you play soccer? How well can you study math? How well can you play tennis? Question mark, Araceli. How well and how fast? Not exactly. How well? ¿Cuán bien? ¿Cuán bueno haces esto? How fast? ¿Cuán rápido haces esto? So they are different. How well? ¿Cuán bien? Bueno haces ello. How fast? ¿Cuán rápido? Okay, good question. Okay, Otoniel, tell me. I have. Okay, Otoniel, we're going to talk about the writing. Few minutes, this lesson finishes, okay? But we're going to talk about it. Don't worry, thank you. I want to know if what I have to do. Okay. Okay, again, don't worry, Otoniel, I'm going to give you that information at the end of the lesson. Well, few minutes before the lesson finishes. Excellent, excellent examples, people. How well do you speak English? Excellent, Carly. How well can you study how well can you study language? Yeah, maybe. How often do you play video games? How often do you play Free Fighter? For example. Okay, very good. And the last one here. How long? How long have you been learning English? How long have you been learning? Well, that is present perfect continuous. Don't worry. So how long? What is the period, right? How long? How many? How many years? How many days? How many hours? Okay, how long? Quantity of minutes, hours, or months, years. How excellent. How fast do you learn English? Perfect. Very well. Melanie, good job. How fast do you learn English? Huh? Maybe you can learn it in 1 hour or in 1 year. Okay. So I think this is clear, right? Is this clear? How often, how far, how much, how many, how fast, how old, how well, how long. And Miss Villar, is that all? Isn't there any other possibility to connect with how? In your book, you have more examples, right? This is the chart that you have in your book. Questions with how. Here you have more options. How far, how big, how high, how deep, how long, how hot, and how cold. Some questions. Games do you play every year? Very good, Nick. Good question. How often do you read a book? Excellent, Francesca. I'm continue reading your examples. Okay. How long have you studied English? Perfect. Excellent. Okay. So here, talking about the examples that you have in your book, let's start with how far. How far? Again, you use digo, digo. You use how far when you're talking about a distance between two objects. How far is New Zealand from Australia? It means that you are asking about the distance between these two places. The distance to here, okay? How far? So, how many days it takes me to go from here to the other place, okay? The distance. So how far is New Zealand from Australia? And here you have one answer. It's about 2,000 kilometers, okay? 2,000. Now here, we have a key word, about. About is like approximately, right? More or less, approximately. Rolitas, so your question is how not is a what? Not necessary. Not necessary, okay? They all are part of the WH word of that group, but they have a different function, okay? Perfect. So how far, right? You cannot say what far. So how far? That is the correct conjugation between how and this word far. So let's move on to the other one, and it says how big. How big is Singapore? You know, Singapore is a country and it's in Asia, right? Good question, Diana. How far is Lima from Cusco? Very good. You have it. Beautiful. You have it. Okay, we're in number 2, right? How big? So remember, big, no big, big. How big is Singapore? So you are talking about the place of this object or of this place, So here it says, how big is Singapore? It's 710 square kilometers. Keyword square. Square meters. Okay, what you have, the km and the number 2 square kilometers. Km and the number 2 square kilometers. Perfect. It's the total quantity of the space of that country. That can replace what? That can replace to what? In what situation, Jennifer? So you are asking that, but in what situation do you think that can replace what? Tell me. How far is Lima from Piura? Very good. How far is Los Angeles from the Vegas? How far is Lima? How big is Russia? Russia, double S. Russia, double S, Reina. Exactly, Joshua. Kilometers cuadrados, right? But square kilometers. Square kilometers. How big is it? Yeah, Diana, how big is like the surface, la superficie, surface of a country? How far can you run? Yeah, why not? So far, right? How far can she run? How big is New York? Good questions, people. That is how big and how far, right? Let's move on to the other one, and it's height. How high is Mount Cook? Remember, according to the text, Mount Cook is in New Zealand, right? It's a mountain that is over there. How high? Again, this is the mountain. You're asking how tall is the mountain, but you don't use tall. You say high. Cuán alto es, okay? But again, you don't use the adjective tall. You say how high because it's a mountain, okay? You use high for mountains and you don't use high for people. For example, how high is she? What? How tall is she? Be careful. That is different. So how high is Mount Cook? It's 3,740 meters high. Important keyword, high. If in the question you ask with how high, you should write high. You should end with high, okay? More examples. How big is Mexico? How big is Huascaran? Huascaran, I think you can say how high is Huascaran. How high is the Everest mountain? Very good, Reina. How high are you? Or how tall? Because you are a person. How tall are you? Very good. How tall? How tall? Okay? Use tall. For a mountain, we use high. Let me see. How high is the Eiffel Tower? Eiffel with double F. Eiffel Tower. How high is the Everest Mountain? And again, how high is he? How tall is he? How tall is she? Very good, Diana. How high is the Seven Colors Mountain? That is in Cusco, right? How high is the Eiffel Tower? Very good. How high is the Seven Colors Mountain? Tracy, excellent. The question mark. Beautiful. You read my mind. Very good. How big is Japan? Excellent. How far is Huancayo from Lima? Very good, Helen. Piero, how high is your school? Your school? Yeah, why not? Okay, excellent. So let's continue with deep. Deep. How deep Grand Canyon? How deep is the Grand Canyon? Grand Canyon is a canyon that is placed right in Arizona. Perfect. Just to talk about some of geography, just in case. So how deep is the Grand Canyon? Similar to Colca here in Peru, the canyon is a landform that this is the floor, like where you can walk, and this space is deep, right? Profundo, it's so deep. As I told you, as Colca, all right, the Colca Canyon here in Peru. The Grand Canyon in the U.S. In Arizona, about how deep is that canyon, cuán profundo is that canyon. Okay, for example, uh, do you love her? Yes, but I have to. Um, I shouldn't show my. They are deep inside me, right? I'm not going to show her or him my feelings. They are deep inside, de más profundo. Um, how deep is the Colca Canyon? Deep, yep. How deep? How deep is your love? I cannot sing. I'm sorry, I cannot sing. How deep? You know that. How deep is the ocean? How high is the beach? Is the beach high? Are you sure? Or how big? Maybe how big is the beach? How deep is the ocean? Very good. I love that one, Janina. How deep is your love? Excellent. So again, in that case, you have this key word, deep. Okay, how deep is that place? It's about ta-da-da, deep, deep at the end. Excellent. How deep is the excavation? Excellent. How deep is Colorado's canyon? How deep is the ocean? How deep is the mountain? But sorry, Mark, is the mountain deep or high? So this is the floor, and here is the mountain, right? Here is the mountain. So the mountain is high, no deep. Okay? Remember that the mountain is high, deep. Oh, Joshua, don't break my heart with your comment. Okay, yeah, high, very good, Rolitas. Yeah, could be, could be. Excellent. Let's move on to the other one. How long? How long? People, I love all your examples. Trust me. I'm so happy to read your examples. Okay, let's continue. Focus. How long? How long is the Mississippi River? How long is that river? Now, there is a river in the US and it goes through many states. It goes from Minnesota up and goes down until Louisiana. Okay? So it runs through a lot of states. Wisconsin, Iowa, Illinois, Missouri, Kentucky, Tennessee, a lot of states until Louisiana. It's a long, long, long river. Perfect. So the question is, one more time, how long is the Mississippi River? And it says it's about, remember, approximately, it's about 5,970 kilometers long. My goodness, it's so long, so long, right? Here in Peru, we also have a long river, the Amazonas, right? The Amazon, I'm sorry, the Amazon. Okay, let's see your examples, your beautiful examples. How long is the Amazon River? Amazon River. How long is the Nile? The Nile River. How long is the Nile? Perfect. How deep is the earth? Is the earth deep? Well, yeah, maybe. Are you sure? Um, How long is the Rimac River? Excellent. How long is the Chillon River? Excellent. How long is the Orinoco River? How long is the Chinese Wall? Perfect. Venus. Excellent. The Chinese Wall, right? That is a long wall. Excellent. How deep is that tunnel? How long is the Caroni River? I'm sorry, Mileni Beautiful, where is the Caroni River? I would like to know. I would like to learn. Where is the Caroni River? Beautiful. I don't know it. How long is the Amazon River? Amazon. Amazon River. Very good. Francesca Joshua. Thank you. Thank you, Daniel, for all your examples and all of you people. People, a lot. I'm so happy. Trust me. How long? How long do you take it? So you are talking about the time. Maybe talking about the distance, you can use how far. How long? Maybe you are talking about the time, I think. Are you sure? Oh, in Venezuela. Something I learned. Thank you. Thank you, Melanie. Venezuela is a beautiful country. Actually, all of the countries are beautiful, to be honest. But thanks. In Venezuela. How long is the Amazon River? How long? How long is the Trump's wall? The wall of Mr. Please, we cannot talk about that, I think. How? Okay, how hot is Peru in the summer? Okay, Nick, you're jumping to the other. Thank you. How long is the bridge? How long is the Perene River? Excellent. So let's move on because all of your examples are very good. How hot? Woo, woo. I'm sweating. How hot is Auckland in the summer? How hot is the weather in the summer in that country in Auckland in the summer? And here the clue word phrase is gets up. Actually, the word is up. When it says up, hot. It gets up to about 23 degrees Celsius. 23. So it gets up. It, the country, right? The weather in the country, the weather in Auckland gets up to about approximately 23 degrees Celsius. Perfect. And as Nick said, how hot is Peru in the summer? Very good. Another one, how hot is Piura in summer? Beautiful. It's hot. So hot. And when I say hot, it is hot. It's hot. It's so hot. How hot is Egypt in summer? Well, I suppose that it's hot. Majority of the country is a desert, right? How hot is the sun? Okay, so hot. Amazing, good, good. How hot is lava? Is the lava? Ouch. Perfect. And the opposite is how cold, right? How cold is it, Auckland, in the winter? How cold is Auckland in the winter? Clue word, keyword, sorry. It goes down, down. So hot, up, cold, down. It goes down to about approximately 10 degrees Celsius. 10 degrees Celsius, my goodness, cold. Well, there are some countries that are colder than that. So how cold is Puno in winter? I went there and it was cold, but I remember if it was in summer or in winter. I think it was in fall. but I'm not sure. How hot is Piura in summer? How cold is Puna in winter? What else? How cold is the ice in Alaska? Well, cold, I suppose. Um, how hot is Trujillo in summer? Ya, Yashuri, remember beautiful, double M. For summer, double M. Okay. How hot is the desert in Piura? Good, very good, Mark. Mark, capital letter for Piura. Okay, because it's a proper name. How cold is Ticlio in the winter? It's so hot that Elsa lives there. It's a joke. What else? How cold is your heart? Oh my goodness, Piero. Question mark. How cold is the winter in Peru? Very good, Nick. How cold is the USA in Ruben? How cold is Cusco in winter? Perfect. How cold is Huancayo in the winter? It's so cold. How cold is New Zealand in the winter? How cold is the North Pole? Um, how cold how cold do you feel at night? How much cold, I think. How much cold do you feel at night? How cold is the Antarctica, Joshua, with C? How is Russia in winter? Very good, good spelling, Melanie. How cold is it? Oh, Nick. How cold is Peru in the winter? Okay, how cold is Peru in the winter? Or how cold is the winter in Peru? Maybe. How hot is Arequipa in winter? How cold is in Antarctica? How cold is it in Japan? How cold is Japan in the winter? How cold is Japan? You're welcome, Nick. How cold? Okay, people, when you use it is when you are talking about the place. So in the example, you can say, how cold is it in the winter? Or how cold in the winter? You can use it or the name of the place. Auckland in this example. In your examples, you can say, how cold is Peru in the winter? How cold is Japan winter? How cold is Korea in the winter? How cold is Cerro de Pasco? How cold is Ottawa in the winter? How cold is Trujillo in the winter? Very good, Nestora. Whoa, Venus. That is a good example, but let's see. Messages, plural. How cold are her messages? Okay, are her messages. How cold is Uruguay in the winter? Perfect. Okay. People, a lot of examples. I'm so happy. Let's continue. Tell me these examples about this. Grade the questions to these answers. Then practice with your teacher. Okay? It says, Niagara Falls is 52 meters high. What could be the correct question for this sentence or for this answer? Very good. R. Joshua, how hot and how cold? That is the opposite. They are opposite. In the summer, the weather is hot. You eat your and all of that. In the winter, the weather is cold, right? And you should wear a sweater and a scarf, a hat, maybe gloves, right? All of that. You cover all your body to feel warm. Excellent. How high is Niagara Falls. Excellent, people. How high? Why? Because you have the key word, right? High. Niagara Falls is 52 meters high. Oh, easy, Miss Villar. How high is Niagara Falls? Perfect. Remember, Niagara Falls, capital letters. Capital letters. Excellent. Let's move on to number 2, people. And it says, California is about 403,970 square kilometers. Square kilometers. Tell me, what could be the question for number 2? Number 2. Number 2. Good answers. Okay. Diana says, number 2, how big is California? Do you agree? How big? How big? Excellent. Per kilometers, the surface, right, of that country. Well, of that state, in this case. Okay, how far? Nick, are you sure how far? You are not talking about a distance from, for example, Washington to California. No, you are not talking about a distance, about the surface of California. So how big? How big is California? Okay, how big? How big? Jennifer, you didn't understand? What part? Beautiful. What part? Uh-huh. How big? How big? Perfect. So people, how big? Okay. Number 3. The Nile is 6 5 6,670 kilometers. So how long? How long? Perfect. How long is the Nile? You can write the Nile River, but it's okay with the Nile, just that. Luis, you can write the Nile River. Perfect. Excellent. But the Nile could be okay too. Both options are correct. Very good. How long is the Nile? Excellent. How long? And the last one. Number 4, Mexico City gets up to about 28 degrees Celsius in the spring. In the spring. So what do you think here, people? How long? I'm sorry, you're in number 4, right? Number 4, how high? Excellent, how high? Teofilo, for number 3, excellent. Now we are in number 4, very good. Diana, Helen, Armando, Janina, Joshua, how hot? How hot? Oof, how hot? How hot is Mexico City in the spring? In the spring? How hot? Very good. Yashuri, Nick, Luis, Esther, Piero, Genio. Excellent. Mark, Reina, excellent. Good job. I recommend to add the season in the spring, in the summer, in the winter, in the fall. Okay? In fall. It depends if you want to give extra information, right? Because how hot is Mexico City? Yes, but when? In what month? What season? What day, even? Okay? How hot is Mexico City? Mexico City with capital letter because it's the name of the country. Okay? It's a people. Amazing. You did it amazing. I don't think you don't have questions. How long is that now? Very good. So here people just one thing that I want you to have this clear. How far and how long. Maybe in some situations you can confuse them, right? How far and how long. Remember, how far when you are talking about the distance between two places. New Zealand and Australia. How far is this place to the other? ¿Cuán lejos, right? How far? How long? How long is the Mississippi River? Or for the girls, how long is your hair? How long is your hair? You cannot say how far is your hair. No, right? How long is your hair? Okay? I just wanted you to clarify that. Okay, so how long and how far, completely different. Perfect. So let's continue with the other part, places. So quickly, people, so quickly because the time is running. Look at the pictures and label them. People, we have harbor, mountain, island, desert, waterfall, beach, river, volcano, and lake. Ooh. Yes, Jennifer. Para distancia. Yes, Kiera. For example, how hot is January in Peru? Perfect. Or how hot is Peru in January? Whoa, Joshua, how far is she from me? Wow, how deep. Wow. Excellent. People, here, activity A of places. Number 1. Tell me, what is that beautiful place? What is the number 1? Island. Perfect. Remember the pronunciation? Island. Island. You don't pronounce the letter S. No, Iceland. Island. Okay? Very good. People, number 2. What is that? What is that? Number 2. Number 2, potato. Number 2, desert. Number 2, desert. Excellent. Number 2, desert. Amazing. Very good. Desert. People, number 3. What is number 3? Number 3. Number 1, island. 2, desert. 3, beach. Excellent. Beach. Number 4. What do you think? There's a lot of water falling. So number 4. Number 4. Tammy. Waterfall, right? Tammy, thank you. What is number 4? Number 4. Waterfall, waterfall. Perfect. Number 5, please. What is number 5? It has this ding ding ding. This ding ding ding. What is number 5, people? Number 5. Helen says mountain. Are you sure, beautiful? Yes, right. Number 5, mountain. Excellent. Mountain. Mountain. Very good. Number 5, mountain. Number 6. What about number 6? Number 6. There's a movie with that name. Pearl. Pearl. Number 6. Harbor. Harbor. Excellent. Harbor. Very good. Number 6. Harbor. Very, very good. Excellent. So easy, right? So easy. Number 7. What about number 7, people? 7, 7, 7. Look, there is a boy. Yeah, there. That is a comfortable place. Lake. Excellent. Lake. Lake. And what about number 8? Number 8. We have only 2 more, and that's all. Number 8. Number 8. River. Very good. River. Excellent. River, right? River. Excellent, people. So simple. And the last one, the most difficult. Ooh, What is that? What is number 9? Just to finish. Number 9. Number 9, volcano. Number 9, volcano. Excellent. Good job, people. So now, just to practice the pronunciation, first, let's see if your examples were correct.
3.2. Listen, check your answers. 1,
Island,
2,
desert,
3,
beach,
4,
waterfall,
5,
mountain,
6,
harbor,
7,
lake,
8,
river,
9.
no.
Okay, so just for you to practice, number 1, island. Please repeat with me. Island. Desert. Desert. Be careful, please. Don't say dessert, because that is another thing. When you eat beef, when you finish your lunch, for example, in that moment you eat a dessert. But this is a dessert. Dessert. Number 3, beach. Beach. 4, waterfall. Waterfall. 5, mountain. Mountain. 6, harbor. Harbor. 7, lake. Lake. 8, river. Remember the pronunciation. River. 9, volcano. Volcano. Excellent. Very good. So now I would like you to think in some beautiful places here in Peru. Okay, let's do it so quickly. It says, this is an extra activity that I did for you. Name touristic places in our country according to the picture. People, maybe, I think actually, that the majority are Peruvian. But there are other people, other students that are from other countries. Venezuela, Colombia, Chile, I don't know, okay? So I would like you to think, and if you can tell me if you have, for example, if you can find these beautiful places, country, because all countries are wonderful, right? Are mysterious, some countries. So let's think. Can you tell me, please, one island that we can find here in Peru or in your country? Come on, tell me. An island. Island here in Peru or in your country. What do you think? For example, I know this island, Taquile. Mi Villar. Where is Taquile? In Puno. It's a beautiful island. You can travel there. You can stay there for some days. And you can live with the people who live there. It's amazing. It's amazing. Another one. San Lorenzo. Very good, Mark. That is another island here, right? In Peru. Another one. Margarita Island in Venezuela. Thank you, Diana. Excellent. Let's move on to number 2. Desert. Another one. Margarita in Venezuela. Island. Isla Blanca. Is that in Peru, Helen, or in another country? I'm sorry. I'm not so good at geography, but I'm doing my best. Okay, look. Desert. Number 2, okay? Desert. Here I have one example in Peru. Nazca Desert. Right? It's okay, Nestor, if you don't know, you can learn with us. Anali, Atacama, perfect. Well, Atacama Desert is in the middle of Peru and Chile, right? It's between these two countries. Sahara Desert. Oh, thank you, Helen. Now I learned something new. Linder. So in Nazca, you can find the Nazca lines, right? Tova Island in Argentina, perfect. Huacat Desert, excellent. And there you can find, right, in Huacachina, very good. What about beaches? Beach. Antarctica? I'm sorry? Coastal desert? Well, I didn't know that. Look, Máncora. Oof, a beautiful beach, right? Amazing. What is Chorrillos Beach? Margarita in Venezuela. Okay. Máncora, Colán. It's wonderful. Once I had the opportunity to travel to Piura, and I went to Máncora, Ñuro, Zorritos, and Colán. Oh, beautiful. A beautiful week there. Costa Verde Beach, Ancón, Agua Dulce, Trujillo. Okay, so all the beaches in Trujillo, Ancón. Very good, people. What about waterfalls? Waterfalls. Number 4. Here in Peru, we have the Gocta in Amazonas. Gocta. Actually, in our jungle, we have a lot of waterfalls. A lot of them. Niagara waterfall, there is a one that the highest waterfall in the world is Velo de la Novia in Venezuela, right? So high. Woo! So high. Boquerón, okay. The white in Boquerón, perfect. Gocta waterfall, yep, excellent. Perfect. What about number 5? Mountain. Mountain. Mountains here in Peru. For example, the Seven Color Mountain, right? Seven Color Mountain in Cusco. Arcoiris waterfall, okay, more waterfalls. Canta waterfall. Guandoy Mountain. Iguazu, okay, in Brazil. So there are some mountains here in Peru, right? And the one that I know, Seven Colors Mountain. Perfect. Huaraz. Okay, let's move on to number 6. Chon, chon, chon. Right? Callao in Callao. Callao Harbor. Callao Harbor. So, for example, our country import some products from another countries, from China, from Europe, maybe. Our country imports those objects and the ship to a harbor. In this case, usually Callao. But we have a lot of harbors here in our coast. So Callao is one. Salaberry is another one. The Angel Waterfall in Venezuela. Yeah, it's the highest in the world. Excellent. That is true, Melanie. That is true. It's a beautiful one. It's the highest and it's a beautiful one. Ilo Harbor, excellent. Very good. About lakes. The most famous, Titicaca, right? Titicaca in Peru. Excellent. That is the most famous, I think. Titicaca Lake. So quickly, river, for example, Mantaro River, en el río, tin, 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 tin. You know the rest, right? There are a lot of rivers here in Peru. Rimac River, Perenne River, all the examples that you gave me, they were amazing. Nick, it's okay. If you don't know, You are learning here. Your friends are saying a lot of examples. It's okay, Nick. Learn. Well, you don't know yet. You are learning right now. Napo River. Eh, okay, for river. Okay. And the last one, volcano. And the most famous here in Peru, of course, is the Misty, right? A beautiful one. Misty River, Misty, what? A Misty volcano in Arequipa. Excellent. Very good. Perfect. So now we're going to move on to this part so quickly, okay? It says, write an article. So, write an article to promote a place in your country. Describe a place in the list. So, this is the article. Jeju Island. Jeju Island. One of the most interesting places to go in South Korea is Jeju Island. Many people go there for its warm climate and beautiful beaches. One of the best, I think one of the best, I'm sorry, one of the best places to visit there is Halong Mountain. It's an old volcano and you can climb it in a day, but you should go early. Perfect. So, here it's important for you to know that the article has some parts. For example, you start with the title, right? Maybe it could be the name of the place or maybe another phrase that catches the attention of the reader. Okay, that is the title. Then you continue with the introduction, right? You describe, you present the text. What are you going to talk about in the text? That is introduction. In this case, it says one of the most interesting places. So he or she, the writer, is describing what is he going to write about this island. Then you have the body. In the body, you can give all the information you want about the place. Maybe how you can get there, what do you need, is it free or it costs something. So you can give all the information that the reader should know before I decide to go. And then you can give a conclusion, your opinion about this part, about this text, okay? And of course, you can also give a picture of the place that you are talking about, okay? So um, that is the structure of an article. Well, this article is to put that tourists come to that place. You can also talk about a beach, a desert, an island, a lake, a mountain, river, volcano, a waterfall, or an interesting place that you think there is in your country. Peru, Venezuela, Colombia, China, Madagascar, I don't know. Okay? But the place that you want to promote. Perfect. So, um, people, that's all for today. Any question about any questions about this lesson, unit 1, 2, I'm sorry, unit 3, part 1, 2, or 3? Any questions, people? Tell me. Tell me if you have a question, okay? Tell me. I am reading. I am reading. So no questions? Here, let me see. Letter C. What is your question, Joshua? If you have a question, for all of you people, if you have a question, tell me. What is your question? Teacher, Nick, tell me. Joshua, Nick, tell me. What is your question? Okay, urban legend, that is the grading. Give me 1 second. We have no, people. Questions about Unit 3. Las preguntas son de esta unidad. Ahorita terminamos y pasamos al otro. Aún no, nada de final examen, nada. Questions about Unit 3? No questions. Okay, very good, Joshua. So, this character that you can use to write an article. Maybe in the article you want to invite people to visit a beach here in Peru, or maybe to visit Machu Picchu because it's a beautiful place, or to visit Gokta waterfall, okay, or to visit Titicaca Lake. So with this article, you are going to invite people to visit these places, okay? For example, when the coronavirus finishes, maybe you can come, you can visit us. This is a beautiful place. You can find this. You can get there this way by plane, by helicopter, by bus, by car, walking. Okay, no people, this is not homework for you to continue practicing. This is not homework, people, okay? Chicos, esto no es tarea, esto es para que tú refuerces todo lo que has hecho. Es más, tenemos el book, tenemos el virtual book. Entonces, nos vamos al workbook y tratamos de avanzar el workbook. No es tarea, es para que tú repases todo lo que hemos ido avanzando. Te vas al workbook, unidad 3, vas a empezar a resolver todo cuanto puedas de la unidad 3, ¿ok? Eso es para practicar, chicos. Acá no, yo no voy a ir hasta tu casa a revisar si lo hiciste o no. Lo que quiero es que tú, por favor, practiques, porque esa es tu chamba. Ok, perfect. Now, you want to talk about the grading, right? Okay, so quickly. The grading. For some people who didn't get this is the grading, right? For your level. So quickly, so quickly. Thursday, 23rd. So in 2 days, you are going to send grading. Okay, so quickly, this part in Spanish better. El 23, que ya es en 2 días, vas a mandar tu grading. Vas a entrar a tu plataforma, vas a encontrar la opción de Grading Evaluation, opción tarea, y ahí ingresas tu grading. La tarea es tu grading, es tu grading. ¿De qué se va a tratar el grading? Describing an unsolved mystery, describiendo un misterio que aún no ha sido resuelto. ¿Okay? Para esto vas a utilizar todo lo que hemos visto en la unidad 1, 2 y 3. ¿Perfecto? Toda la gramática, el vocabulario, todo lo que hemos aprendido en estas unidades hasta hoy, lo vas a usar en tu texto. ¿Qué vas a hacer? Un párrafo, un simple y lindo párrafito, entre 9 y 10 líneas, no más. O a ver, si puedes hacer más, mucho mejor, ¿no? Ya, eso de archivo adjunto, yo no estoy segura, no nos han comentado mucho sobre ello, pero si tienes que hacerlo como un archivo adjunto, pues lo tipeas en una página de Word y simplemente lo envías, pues, ¿no? O en su defecto, si ahí está la plantilla, pues simplemente copias y pegas lo que ya... No habría ningún problema, ¿cierto? El misterio, el misterio puede ser que algo que ocurrió en tu casa, algo en tu cole, en Word English, en el Perú, en el mundo, o algo que inventando. O sea, no te está diciendo exactamente que algo real o... No. An unsolved mystery. Un misterio sin resolver. Nada más. Questions. Eso es todo, Jennifer, de la sesión, sí. Pero ahorita estamos revisando unos minutitos lo que es el writing. ¿Qué más? Otra. Tarea no hay, chicos, ¿sí? Esto no es tarea, este es tu writing. Esto es parte de tu evaluación. Ojo. Sí, lo puedes enviar durante todo el 23. Me comentan algunos estudiantes enviaron antes, bueno, no hay ningún problema, pero después de esa fecha no se puede enviar. Después de esa fecha ya no, solo es de ese día, durante ese día, ¿sí? No hay un momento específico en el día que ya es a las 2, no, durante el día, ¿sí? Ah, si puedes, Zulma, si puedes entrar a la página y ahí te accede para ingresar el grading, no habría ningún problema, ¿cierto? Solamente ingresa a la plataforma para ver si te permite ingresar el archivo desde tu celular o si es que ahí hay una plataforma, ¿sí? Y hay una plantilla tal vez. Las 24 horas, ahora, son las 24 horas. No esperes a que sean las 11:59 para recién subir el archivo, por favor. No hay un horario específico, ¿sí? Pero es súper importante si puedes tomarle aquí a esto un screenshot, porque de esta forma se te va a evaluar. Tu texto por lo menos debe de tener 5 oraciones en la estructura gramatical estudiada. ¿Qué hemos estudiado? Past continuous, adverbs y ahora how long. How. ¿Vale? Si puedes de alguna forma ingresar toda esa información, perfecto. Los quiz. El quiz en la asesoría personalizada anterior la hemos resuelto, ¿ok? No es una nota, es como un simulation exam. ¿Recuerdas los simulation exam? No eran nota. Entonces era para que tú practicaras y estés listo o lista para tu final exam. Las fechas de los final exam están en tu cronograma que está en la plataforma. Tienes que ingresar a la plataforma. Imágenes. Las imágenes no son evaluadas. Lo que es evaluado es el texto. Si tú deseas agregar una imagen, no habría ningún problema, pero no te va a dar extra puntos, ¿sí? About the practice. Analí, como estaba comentando, lo que hicimos ayer, bueno, la sesión anterior, no es una práctica, era, bueno, el guided practice, ¿no? Se llamaba guided practice, pero yo estaba cómo tenían que resolver el quiz que estaba colgado en la plataforma. Sí, es una forma un poco más dinámica que hemos encontrado para que sea pues, más divertido para ustedes el hacer el simulation exam. Pero como les comenté, no tiene puntos extra. Es para que tú evalúes en qué nivel estás y si tal vez te hace falta repasar algún tema. No, no vale nota. Si lo hiciste, excelente. Ahora, yo los entiendo. Hoy estamos viendo, hoy y mañana vamos a ver la unidad 3. Pero aquí, si vemos, dice unidad 1, 2 y 3. Entonces, si de alguna forma puedes incorporar esto hoy día, estupendo, porque estos son los lineamientos que tenemos, ¿sí? Unidad 1, 2 y 3. Todo lo que hemos visto de vocabulario, gramática, tienes que incorporarlo a a tu texto, ¿sí? ¿Qué más? ¿Qué más? Creo que eso es todo, ¿no? Ah, sí, importantísimo, Janina. Excellent. Look, lo que en las oraciones que tú estás utilizando la gramática, por favor, las subrayas o las pones en negrita. O subrayado, o en negrita, o ambos. ¿Sí? O ambos. O uno, u otro, o ambos. Listo. No more questions, people. More questions. Por favor, toma en consideración esto, que así se te va a evaluar. ¿Sí? Y muy importante es que leas lo que te estoy mostrando ahorita. ¿No hay preguntas? Ok. My YouTuber moment. If you like the video, please thumbs up, subscribe, and follow us in the social media. Facebook and Instagram. Okay? Thanks a lot, people. I hope you enjoy the class, the lesson, and see you tomorrow, right? At the same time at Zoom. If you have any question, you can solve there. You can solve them there. Remember to practice. Try to do your workbook. Try for you to practice. It's not homework, but try to do it. Okay? So I think that's all, people. Thanks a lot for being here with me. See you tomorrow. Bye-bye. Bye, Janina, beautiful lady. Okay, Nick, Milagros. Oh, thank you, people. Don't forget to give me my thumbs up, please, if you enjoyed the class. Bye. Bye, Carlos, Francesca, Venus. Thank you. Thank you, all of you, people. Okay, that's all. Thank you. See you tomorrow. Bye-bye.